Hi everyone, welcome back to our B Corp vlog. So last week we talked a bit about the verification stage. We are still in the verification stage this week, but we've finished uploading all of our documentation and have officially scheduled our verification call. So we'll talk a little bit about that um, and how I'm preparing for that call, how we're making sure we are ready, and maybe a little bit about what that call might entail. We'll get into more detail, obviously, after we've completed the call and we can give you a first-hand account of our experience. But we are excited to show you a little bit of our prep from this week, how we're getting ready, and how we're hopefully going to make that call as informative and easy and interesting as possible with our verification analyst. So let's get into it. So I'm sure you're all very familiar with this screen by now. We've been coming in and out of this verification report since we entered the verification queue. I just want to quickly say the way that they do the reports and have everything you need to look at in one place is really great. It would take so much more time if we had to wade through the entire B impact assessment and find all of the questions marked for review. The fact that we're able just to come into reports and then click on verification report and see it all together. It's really helpful, so I'm very thankful for that, and I just wanted to point that out quickly. So as you can see here, our documentation now says 100. So I finished going through adding all of our documentation that was requested by our verification analyst. One thing that I did do after, because as I explained in the previous video, I did go through kind of line by line to make sure that everything was all set. I did the same thing again, just as a quick review once I was done with the last line item. So once I finished this management of impact improvement, I came back up to the top and just quickly clicked through each of these, clicked in, checked that I had some kind of documentation and explanation for each, um, just for peace of mind and to make sure that we were truly at that 100% and I felt comfortable with all the information we had put in. So with that done, I kind of moved on to getting prepped for our verification call. And to talk about that, I want to just quickly pop over to the ENSO platform and talk about our organization and how that's going to help us on the call. So just as a quick review, when we were going through the B impact assessment, we pulled all of the documentation we thought we might need should we be asked to prove our answers for any one of the questions that we answered while going through that process. As I said in the previous vlog, there were some things that I was asked for within that verification stage with those questions that were flagged for documentation where I needed to pull something new. It was something I hadn't pulled during the BIA, but overall, the documentation that I pulled during that process was very helpful. And then anything new that was added while we were going through the verification tasks has since been uploaded to the ENSO platform. This is kind of a win-win because obviously it made the B Corp process easier, but now all of our policies, practices, anything we might need as an organization are all here on the ENSO platform. So we're just more organized in general. So it's definitely a positive on two fronts. So now kind of going into how I'm preparing for this verification call. Our verification analyst is going to ask us any questions that he might have, ask us for any proof, some explanation, learn a bit more about our business. Um, Really just he'll be guiding a conversation about our application, about our verification proof points, kind of about the whole process and about our whole organization and the impact that we make. So in order to be prepped for that, I wanted to just go back through and make sure that I felt confident with all of our questions, all of our documentation. So just as an example, let's pop into employee handbook here, pop over to documents. So here we have three different documents about kind of our management team meetings, our full employee handbook, and then some job descriptions that they might ask for in regard to how we incorporate social and environmental performance into our job descriptions. So I'm going to go through each of these ENSO initiatives that we have on the platform and make sure I'm confident with all the documentation, add any notes, just to feel prepared for this call. Also, luckily for me, my team member Donal will also be on the call, which will help us give more robust answers and both just learn from this call and from our verification analyst. We're very excited about it, and we're excited to tell all of you about the process as well. The last thing that I want to quickly chat about in regards to the verification call is how we booked it and the information that we got. So we booked our call with our verification analyst just through a Calendly link he had sent over to us. And then we were also given this B Corp code of conduct, and it goes through what they expect from us on these calls and with any engagements we have with the B Corp community and B Corp employees, representatives, team members, anyone connected to the B Corp movement. It's a really great overall just expectation of respect, curiosity, and willingness to learn, and just positive engagement in general. So that goes through what they ask of us and then what they promise. And basically, we're going to engage with professionalism and um, courtesy and kindness and open mindedness. And I just wanted to quickly share this because I thought it was a really great thing to share pre this call, because obviously verification and kind of digging into the nitty gritty of your application and your business can be a little bit nerve wracking. But seeing this made me feel just confident once again how much the B Corp mission and way of doing business aligns with how we want to be acting as ENSO, because obviously we want to always treat our customers with respect, have positive interactions, continued learning, and just professionalism and courtesy, all these basic things that we all should be afforded at all times. But it's really nice to see it in writing. And I just wanted to share it all with you because I was definitely excited to see it when it was sent over to us as we were scheduling our verification call. Thank you so much for joining us for another B Corp Journey vlog. We continue to be so excited to share this journey with you, and these vlogs really help me organize my thoughts and do my best with our verification process. So it's definitely exciting from multiple perspectives for me to be doing these vlogs. We'll be back to update you next week about our verification call and that whole process. But for now, thank you so much for joining us.